Thanks to the Konami database, we now know all of the QCRs available in Battles of Legend Terminal Revenge. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button, and if you guys need anything, Gamer's Choice will have your pre-orders. Discount code MCO40 over here. Same thing over at Kong's Cards to save you on your purchase of anything from this set. Alright, so Wing Karibo level 6 is actually our first quarter century we're going to be looking at here. Now remember, I mean, this is the hero, the favorite card, the levels, it's everything that you want in this deck. And honestly, I would have been really shocked if this just dodged getting a QCR, to be honest with you, because it is the card that hero players are going to want. Hey, congratulations, hero players. You know, most of you play this as a one-up. I think that this is pretty fine to be getting the QCR treatment here. Now, of course, Shining Star Dragon had to get the QCR. I don't particularly think that this card is good, but there's enough people out here that are going to want this. They're going to have the chance to want to pick this up and mess around with it in their Synchro strategies. It's just another bummer card, in my opinion. Lancia, the ancestral dragon of the Ice Mountain. Keep in mind that this is the go-to. This is the thing that will continuously churn out those nice, big, powerful monsters for you from your extra deck, and you can put that pressure on your opponent, and it's pretty easy to make. Also, it stands at an apex of 3,300 attack points. Granted, you know, people are going to look at this and they're going to be like, well, you know, just ash it when it leaves the field. You know, you can't because it's special summons from the extra deck. But that's fine, alright? I've seen this thing get negated enough times to just know that it's super easy to play around. But, okay, what else we got back here? The Repair Genex controller. Personally, this is a waste of a QCR slot, but I understand that they wanted the chance to showcase what this guy can do. My only major concern is Imperm Veiler on this guy. You're calling it a day. Like, your game plan is absolutely done, and you really just tried. I feel bad if you pull that. Infernoid Evil, to be fair, I mean, this is what, like a 1 to 2 of, if you're choosing to play it. This is the heart and soul of the Infernoid deck because it literally gives you the massive, you know, mill capabilities that you actually want, which I think is pretty good to actually want to consider what more you can kind of dump on in here and actually be able to do with it. Lara, this is going to be an insane QCR. So actually people thought that this was paywalled behind a secret rare or a QCR only. Why would they do that? Why would they lock, you know, a card that is so needed for these combo lines? It doesn't make sense for them to do it. We do have confirmation now that it is a QCR, according to, I guess, the database and everything. So if you're out here and you're like, oh, you know, this is the piece I want to add to the collection, yeah, absolutely. Red Lotus Flame Crime, really. I'm going to be really disappointed if I pull this as a QCR. It is cool that, like, the Jack Atlas deck, I guess, can take advantage of playing this, but this is one of those cards that you look at and you're like, no, I don't really want to, I guess, I don't know, this card is bad in my opinion, but everybody out here is going to justify it as a combo extender for the Jack Atlas deck, trying to, you know, hope onto some sort of copium that, you know, it'll break the deck. No, it's not actually going to happen, but you guys can keep trying. This is a QCR. I think that this will be a nice one of QCR that you can add to your deck, but, you know, we don't really have the capabilities of using the Dragon Roller deck in any, like, fun sense of the word here, which is really disappointing. I guess, once again, it's a one-of. You'll be able to use it if you're going to try it, but this QCR is going to be so cheap. Like, that's my biggest turnoff with this, is we made so many cheap QCRs in this set. You've got some that are going to be very expensive, too. The Archfiend's Advent, I mean, hey, if you're playing the Gold Sarcophagus deck, this is a free drop. Gives you everything else in the field gets a free 500 boost. And then on normal or special, you can take your opponent's monster, but it can't, you know, attack unless you have the Shining Sarcophagus. But I can overlay, I can, you know, make it into a link too. This is like a one-of if you even choose to play it in the Yugi deck, which I don't think you're going to, but hey, you know what? It's going to be in a nice QCR. This is by far, I think, one of the best. I want to say this is the best QCR in the set, but the last 3 QCRs in this set kind of punch this really hard in the face because of their exclusivity. But we'll talk more about that. So this is the card that everybody's going to be crying on the floor. We've already saw this card. It sold out at what, like 200, and it has long since regenerated back at crazier prices. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with here. This is the card in the set. Considering combo ability and everything, yep, Ubell players are going to be eating good when they pull that. This is going to be a cheap QCR in terms of, you know, playability and things. I guess I'm not surprised to know that they made the Exodia incarnate that, but for collectability purposes, this will just be a very simple, easy to get QCR. We already saw this too. It is cool, but once again, cool doesn't pay the bills for pulling things. Hey there, buddy. So, of course, Dankatron has to be the one to get the QCR, right? Like, why would Konami actually print this card and not make it a QCR? Like, it is the heart and soul of the Noid deck. Like, that has not changed. This card does everything that you want it to do. I actually hope it looks good. Gigantic Sprite. I still question why this made its way into a QCR slot, but to be honest with you, it makes sense. Konami wanted the chance to give some pretty decent power-ups to sprites in here by, you know, reprinting everything, making them slightly more affordable. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's, hey, higher rarity stuff, right? This is going to be a big one. While Jasmine did get the reprint, the turnaround on this was you also got her in a QCR now, which means more people are going to be looking at this, wanting the chance to pick this up and add this to their strategies. And plant players are going to look at this and going to be like, yeah, max rarity, 100%. I play 2 to 3 of those bad boys. Oh, yeah, enjoy spending the money on that. This is by far one of the worst QCRs in the set. I guess it's cool that, you know, if you're going to try to play any sort of fusion package with this, you have it available to you, but I don't know, man. This just feels pretty awful at the end of the day. I don't want to pull this. Snatch Deal, this is a pretty big winner, actually. I think this is the Tcg exclusive QCR, actually, come to think about it out here. I'm guaranteeing you a little bit of value. As long as you do see this card, congratulations, you've won. And that's all there really is to it. Branded Fusion getting a QCR. This, unfortunately, I think kills any chances of us getting the branded set. I'll take it, though. Honestly, the ulti does look nice, but I think the QCR is going to slap. Orcus Harp Horror getting a QCR. Wow, you really wanted to upgrade this for those Orcus players. Well, congratulations. If you've been an Orcus player out here and you've really enjoyed this deck, you got an absolute win out of this. We've also got the Diviner of the Herald. We did get the chance to see what this looks like. I'm just really disappointed that this gets the QCR simultaneously with the Ultimate Rare. Like, it just feels like an absolute waste, and they could have done something a little bit better. Ib the World Chalice Justicar, thank you, ban list, even though, you know, this is very late on this. I think this is also another TCG exclusive QCR. But this card is going to look fantastic, actually. And then, of course, Sprite Sprint with Sprite Gigantic. I guess we had to go ahead and make this into a QCR as well. Absolutely, for the polls. And then, of course, we did see the Ubell too. This actually slaps really, really nicely. Branded players getting slapped out here with some very heavy, costly upgrades for this. So, Sky Striker Ace Ray is a QCR. We did see it. It's QCR only. This is one of the 3 QCR onlys available in this set. There is no alternate lower forms for this. Rose is our other QCR only in this set, according to the database, which is actually really cool to see. Congratulations. You're going to be spending a lot of money on some Sky Striker high rarity cards. And then there's this. This is unfortunately paywalled behind QCR only. And for those of you that are really sad about this, that's insane. They made a cover card a QCR only. And I guess I'm very curious to know how much this is going to go for on the secondary market. I saw them, they blew out at 300. They're not really rotating at 400, but it's enough that we'll have to wait and see. The player base is upset about this in the casual department, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, What do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.